You must stay at home.
They're fighting a war here and they're losing.
Making self-isolation a legal requirement.
The most drastic limits to our lives that the UK has ever seen in living.
For COVID Reflection Day on the 9th of March, we're out here on the streets talking to members of the public about lockdown and COVID. So what moment from COVID, big or small, has stayed with you since?
I would say the fact that there's no one out when you're going outside. You know, no one's out, so it's just clear streets.
In a social situation, we used to sit on each other's drives and we used broom handles to pass the beer.
Funny haircuts I've seen during them days. People try giving themselves fades. Yeah, some funny looking trims.
Do you remember that part when everyone was just taking toilet roll and they're stocking up on toilet roll and there was none on the shelves at all?
And not knowing what was going to happen, that was one thing that was killing me. Like, okay, where are we going? And what's happening? It was just crazy.
Mainly in my country, Nepal, it was very hard. We cannot come outside of our house and we study from our home.
I was working in a school at the time. Having to transfer a whole school over from in-person learning to learning via Teams almost overnight was incredibly difficult. But as a school, we did it. Obviously, there were setbacks and there were hardships and stuff. But when you're looking at the consequences of not doing something, it makes you want to do it even more, if that makes sense.
We worked in quite a deprived area, so we had lots of children that were going without meals, maybe didn't have access to computers, technology. Companies pulled in, provided equipment that we were able to deliver to people's doors. And that connectivity with people, knocking on their doors, them feeling like they still had someone to speak to outside of their bubble as it was in them days. So for me, that stood out.
What ways did you discover to connect with your friends and family?
So mainly social media like Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram.
TikTok is actually what exploded during that time, I would say.
PlayStation, to be honest, start party chats. Discord, find people to play with, and yeah.
We transferred to doing meetings on Zoom. A social situation, we did quiz nights on Zoom. So it was really tapping into that technology and approaching things in a slightly different way.
What's one positive habit that you picked up during COVID and has stuck with you since?
Washing my hands 6 times a day. Honestly, just stuck. It just feels right now. It feels weird when I don't do it.
Definitely more aware of how easily germs are spread and where they can spread to, how long they last. So yeah, I'm generally more aware of, when people sneeze and stuff like that, you just think, ooh.
I got into really healthy activities like running.
Initially, walking, that daily walk was a huge thing in COVID. We did keep it up for a while, but I have to admit it has sort of slipped in probably the most recent years. But yeah, I think it was that daily exercise and getting out.
I'm someone who's very picky, so I always prefer to go in store and, get to see a product before buying. But I think with COVID, I got to learn to trust the whole online shopping process, and now I can actually do a lot of my shopping online.
What piece of advice would you give to your 2020 version of yourself?
Probably buy Bitcoin.
Buy gold. Stock up. Definitely. Gold was booming during that time, and obviously it was uncertain time. You don't know if you're going to still be here in a week, so why would you invest? But looking back now, I should definitely have.
I think COVID taught me to know that it's not off until it's over. When it seems like it's going down the drain, maybe that's the right time to actually work on yourself, work on your health, work on your goals.
There is an end to it. And don't worry, the government don't know what they're doing, but we are gonna come out of this okay.